Good morning, Miss Kim. Actually, I guess it's afternoon for you, isn't it? Hello, hello. There we go. Okay. I wonder who else is going to be joining us today. Oh, it's noon. Perfect time for another coffee. I know. For me, it's 10 and I've only had, I think, a cup and a half. I definitely need more for sure. For sure. I wonder who else is going to be joining us today. Oh, it's noon. Perfect time for another coffee. I know. Let's see, I'm trying to adjust the light. I can't tell if it's okay or not. I think it'll be all right. All right, well, I am a little early, I guess. That's unusual for me. I got to remember that. Usually I'm flying in by the seat of my pants, hair on fire, having issues with my phone. All right, you can share the video. Awesome, thank you. Well, hi, Carla. Good afternoon or morning. I think you're on the same time as Montana, aren't you? Mountain time? I'm super excited because the sun is shining for a change. I don't think it's going to last. We're supposed to get rain later, but it's the sun is shining and I get to go see my precious little grandbaby this afternoon, so I am super excited. Today is going to be a good day. Yep, same time as me. Great. Me too, Kim. I love this set. You know what I realized though is that the first time I colored this setup was, or this stamp was that first Kraftin Kimmie stamp retreat that I attended, and Jessie Banks taught a watercolor technique with this set, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Oh, Henry is his name, Kim. He's so cute. Henry, handsome Henry, I call him. But anyway, so this stamp set, I bought it because I absolutely fell in love with it, and then I realized that I had only played with it one time when I pulled it out of the package. So I thought, perfect timing to use it. All right, well, we'll just wait a couple more minutes since I was early, and maybe allow some folks to jump in. I might tag a few people. Let's try that and see. Oh, a red-headed Henry. Oh, cute. I don't think my Henry's gonna have red hair. I think he's gonna have brown hair and brown eyes. Yes, so quick to color up. And you know what's fun? I didn't do it on this one. Well, I used black gel pen on the eyes, but it'd be fun to use it on the antennae or on the bodies of the bees. I think that would be really cute too. Let's see here. There we go. oh gosh, I'm just drawing a complete blank on our friends' names and the ones that usually join us. Let's see, who am I missing? Oh, oh gosh, what's her name? Oh well, I tagged a few people. I can't, and today is Margaret Erica's birthday. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get started. Hopefully folks will pop in and join us. I wrote the Copic colors that I'm using over here on the left. Might be right on your screen, I'm not sure which. But, let's see, yeah. Kim, I was completely, I can see like pictures and faces of friends in our group, but I cannot think of names to save my life this morning. These are just the ones that popped into my head. But I know there's a ton we could tag that usually come watch or color along. So anyway, I'm gonna get started. As I mentioned, I think in the post, I'm going to I've already pre-stamped these, and then we're going to use the Happy Hexagon stencil, which is so fun to use for lots of reasons. Oh, Mel, yeah, I bet Melanie is. I'm always hesitant to tag her because I don't know if she's sleeping or working or what she's got going on. Anyway, so these are the little bees we're going to do, and I'm going to use the stencil to also, after we color that, I'm going to trace around the inside with a pencil and then cut them out. That's how I got the cute little hexagon shape on the card. So, oh, thanks, Carla. Oh, and now all of a sudden some names are popping into my head. Oh, Mary Pat is one. She's actually local person. Okay, so anyway, let's get going. Well, good morning. Hello, hello, Jill. All right, we're gonna get started. I think I've said that about 16 times. This is what happens when you don't have enough coffee. I love this hexagon stencil. I've wanted one like this forever, so I was super excited to have it. Super excited. All right, now I've done a little bit of a different twist on the boobies, on their little faces. I tried kind of a gray or black color and then reversed, you know, the yellow, and I didn't love it. It was okay, but I didn't love it. So then I thought I'm gonna do it this way and try something a little bit different. I gotta get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. So my face color today is R22 and R11. They don't blend super well together, but it's okay. I do too, Jill. They're so cute. Do you have them? They don't blend super well together. They're like a little too far apart in tone, but it still works. So if you do it quick when your paper is, you know, still pretty saturated. I'm having a hard time with my words. I definitely need more coffee. So I'm just kind of going around the little face, a little bit up here on the nose. Oops, a little bit too much on the bottom, but that's okay. And then I'm going to come through with R11. And I'm going to go over the top of what I just did and pull it in. And you'll see that, like I said, they don't completely blend together, but it's okay. It leaves a bit more of a shadow, or a shading maybe I should say. And you can always come through. I'm not generally a 2-level colorer. I know some folks color, you know, they put 1 down really fast and then they put 2. And sometimes I do that. It depends on the image, but generally I'm a 1 and done. But some colors don't blend really well together, so it is helpful to do 2 two layers, I guess is what I want to say. You just put the bees on sale? Yay! Okay. Oh, and you have it. Good, Jill. That's awesome. All right, I am going to do just a little bit more, just a little bit on this guy. There we go. I just wanted a little bit more. It kind of pulled it out almost too much. There we go. Okay, and then I did give them little rosy cheeks, and I just used that same R22. This little rosy cheek idea with the white spots I've adopted from Anna, our crafty girl. She does this all the time, and I just adore how it looks. So now I'm just kind of blending out the edge of it a little bit so it's not too harsh. Okay, and that's that little person's, little bee's face, so we'll start on this one next. Oh, I forgot his arms. Better do his arms. Or her, his, her, not sure. Sweet bee. There we go. And this one has a little bit of a neck showing. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I should have left it yellow. I might do that black at the end. We'll see here. All right, now I'm blending. Going over the top of what I did. Pulling it in small circles. Okay, sweet. Yes, they are sweet, aren't they, Carla? All right, just a little bit more. Just to smooth out the edge a little bit. All right, and then the little arms. All right, and we'll do our cheeks. And then we'll just blend the edges a little bit. Another coat on the arms. All right, and the last little one's face we're gonna do. So today I'm using Copic Express paper. For my coloring. And sometimes I find with this paper that if I get too close to my line, I get a little bit of bleeding, and I'm a little frustrated with that because that paper is not cheap by any means. But I do love how smooth it is overall. I've just noticed lately that it seems like when I get a little too close to the edge of what I'm coloring, it bleeds into it a little bit. They'd be adorable on a spring layout. I agree, Kim, or summer even, if we ever get spring or summer. All right, just a little bit of a touch up around the edges. I think they'd be adorable with these faces like this too, as on a baby card. Really cute on a baby card. Let's see here. All right, and then I'm gonna fill in some cute little cheekies. Oops, kind of extended my cheeks a little bit there. This one's got some really little rosy cheeks. That's okay. It's cute anyway. Cute, cute, cute. The Copic marker bleeds outside the lines, Kim. Yeah, it's like it spreads too fast on this paper. And I'm a heavy-handed colorer. Like I tend to, up here you can see where it bled a little and it bled here. I mean, it's not bad, but I have to learn to be a lighter touch, I think, with this paper, which is different for me. It's just a learning curve, I think. You've colored them fun, yes, for baby things. Oops, see there I went way outside the line. I'm not going to worry about that. That was actually not a paper issue. That was a Danielle issue. And I can use my white gel pen for that, and the blue's going to mark that, get that out of there. So I'm not too concerned about that. Yep, you're right, Kim. I used to use the Stampin' Up! White for ages, and I loved it, and it definitely had more tooth, as you say, to it. This is so super smooth that it's really an adjustment for me. Like I said, I love how smooth the color comes out. It just is a different feel for me. But it's all, I mean, it's all about the learning process, really. I mean, that's why there's so many different things out there. I don't like, I don't know, like I've tried the hammer mill and I don't like how that colors for some reason, and some people absolutely love it. Okay, let's do I'm gonna do the blue next just because I wanna push back my boo-boo here. So this is BG11, and because it's a lot lighter than the pink I just used, it kind of pushes back my boo-boo, but I also do need to be kind of careful about laying it down. And those are okay. So I'm just going to do that one for now so that I could catch it real quick. And then what I did, oh, I forgot to write it on my list, but this is BG70. Oh yeah, on a baby card, Jill, right. Yep, that's exactly what I do, Kim. I use it for stenciling. Hammer mill is fantastic for stenciling, I think. And bases is good for as well, but I love it for stenciling, just not coloring. So this is BG70, and I'm just pulling out the BG 11 that I just used, and then I'm coming all the way to the edges, and we're gonna do something different on the edges at the end here, but I'm just kind of pulling it in. Oh, your distributor doesn't carry Copic anymore. Okay, interesting. Let's see, what am I doing? Yellow, we'll do yellow next. So the yellow combination is 19, 17, 15. Just 2 will work, they're really tiny. I'm just used to using 3 when I do it. All right, so if I want black under the chin, then I'm gonna do yellow here. And I'm just starting on the way outside edges with the 19, the Y19. And then I'm going to add 17. And again, 2 colors is fine on these little sweeties because they are just so small. I've just kind of gotten in the mode of using, you know, 3 all the time, but it doesn't mean you have to. And then 15. And I'm going over all of it, the white space and all of it, just kind of filling it in. And I'm just gonna head on down and I'm gonna do all the rest of these as well. So, and I gotta get my markers figured out here. So black, yellow, here we go. So again, just on the outer edges and a little bit. This is where the extra nibs that are super fine would come into handy, but if you just, this is one of the only times I actually do have a lighter hand, is when I'm doing something delicate like this and I'm just barely using the tip when I'm touching it, when it's real fine. And then over where it was white, and just a quick wash over everything. Just pulls it in. All right, one more to go. So black, yellow. Okay. 17. And 15. So 17, 15, 13 is a cute combo too for the yellows. Or if you want them really bright, any. You think you need to color some, oh yes, that'd be really cute with the lilacs. Yeah, that'd be great. And it's so funny how bees are so cute, and then, ugh, like wasps. I hate wasps. All right, so black is next, and I just used a couple of ends. I used N7 and N6. They're very close together, but it just has just a tiny bit of variation, so I kind of like that. Up here on the little head, I'm just gonna come around the edges mostly with the N7, because I do want it to read, you know, pretty close to black. So 7 and 6 are not very far apart for sure, so you don't get a ton of shading, but you do get just that tiniest bit of lighter color from the different shades. And then I'm gonna fill in the antennae, and then we're gonna come in here. These are really fun to color with pencils, I bet, too. I've only tried Copics and watercoloring, but I feel like pencils would be really, really cute, easy on the bees. And there's, for those of you who don't have this set, Kim threw it up on sale, which is fantastic. And there are some really, really cute samples in the gallery. When you go to purchase that stamp set, you can see the samples to get some great ideas. All right, then N6. And again, it's not drastically different. It's just enough that it's a variation in color. Okay, there's that one. And then 7 on this little guy. This time, last time in my other picture I colored the neck, but this time I'm gonna color it dark, like the body, and let's see how that looks. I'm just gonna pop down and do these real quick too, since I've got this handy. All right, and then, oops. I'm gonna grab my 6 and pull that up. My 6 is a little bit gummy. I need to clean my markers. Okay. Thank you, Carrie. All right, now we'll pop down and do this little one. Starting with the N7 in the darkest parts. And sometimes what I do too, if I want it to even be a little darker, and black is kind of hard, I will take my black colored pencil and go over just the edges to give it even a little bit more definition, especially when I'm working with a couple colors that are super similar in shade. So the colored pencil helps bring out just a little bit of a definition more. And then I'm just touching, even though it's stamped, I'm touching the little stinger. All right, let's see. And then 6. Ooh, my marker's drying out. Yikes. Yee, it's not gonna make it, you guys. I might have to, shoot, I knew it was getting dry. Let's see if I can use this end. Okay, there's that. So they are pretty quick and easy, like we said, to color up. I'm gonna quickly use my white gel pen to touch up my boo-boo down here so it has time to dry before we do our next thing. And then let's go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and do their little cheekies. And again, this is that little trick I learned from Anna. I always worry I say it wrong. And I'm just gonna give them their 3 cute little white highlight dots. Cute, 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 cute. Yeah, chisel nib to the rescue, exactly. Yep, crafters are resourceful, that is for sure. All right, and then I'm gonna use, this is my black gel pen, which I absolutely love, and I had no idea that these things even existed until somebody showed me them. And I was able to snag, ooh, whoops, that was a big blop. One from one of Kim's crafty, or Shop the Boxes, I mean. And I love this gel pen, it is so fun. I do not know why this one is being really goopy, but it dries pretty quickly. Oh, you added at the very end. I probably should have, Kim. I hope I don't put my hand in it. That would be really sucky. That would be really sucky if I did that, but we're gonna try it. Because what we're gonna do after we color these guys, before I cut them out or put the stencil around them for the shaping, is do the stenciling on the main panel. So I think we'll have time for it to dry. But I am gonna have to turn my paper, it looks like. You need to get some more in? Yeah, they're fantastic. I love the black gel pen. They're fun for noses and eyes on animals too. All right, so that was the BG11, and then I'm bringing in the BG70. Oops, fell over, I'll get it. And I'm going over the top of the BG11 to pull it out so it's not a harsh line, but I do still want some of the shading in there. I'm going all the way to the edge of the little wing. And we already did this guy, so he's good. Oops, I gotta do this side, but I gotta turn it so I don't accidentally put my hand in my gel. You guys, if you're coloring along, you can certainly wait to use your gel pen till the very end. All right, so then what I did on the wings is I used the N7 and an N3. I might have used an N6, but since my N6 is dry, we're gonna go with the N7. And I just did a tiny touch of this 7 along the bottom of the wing, just about, I don't know, a third of the way up maybe. And on this one, just a touch, a dot. And then I grabbed my N3. Thank you, Carla. And I pulled up the color from the N7 to the tip, just to give it a little bit more definition on the ends. So just kind of lift the very darkest at the bottom, but pulled it up a little bit. And I messed myself up. I'm gonna have to keep turning it now all the time, but that's okay. Okay, and I can see that I got a little bit of bleeding, so I'm just gonna push it back, I hope, with the BG70. All right, and then same for this one. I'm gonna grab it and pull it up. And then what we can do when it sets for a bit is we can grab the BG70 and go over it one more time if we want, just so that it's got a little bit more of that blue tinge. In the wing. So like just one and done kind of thing. Just a zip, quick zip over it. Zip, 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 zip. Ah, that one was still too wet, but that's all right. We're not gonna worry about it. All right, we're gonna let that one be for a minute. Okay, these are done. Now we're gonna just set them aside. When they've dried a little bit more, I'm gonna trace around them with the hexagon so I can cut them out, and we're gonna stencil. And I'm super excited about the stenciling. I didn't bring my temporary adhesive. So usually I like to put a little blob of temporary adhesive on the back of my paper so that I can, my paper doesn't shift around. So on this card, what I did was I was trying to be really random with my pattern, and it worked out okay, I guess. I didn't like that I was left with this funky white space here, so I'm gonna try something a little bit different. But honestly, it's just like whatever goes, because nothing's really perfect, right? So I'm gonna try to, I'm just kind of eyeballing what I have for room here. So there's that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do a little bit more of a random pattern. And let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, I think that'll work. We're gonna try it. What not? We're gonna be brave. We're just gonna go for it. All right, so I'm starting kind of at the top on this one. And I'm gonna use, to begin with, I'm using this Luscious Lemon, which is the prettiest, happiest lemon yellow in the world. I swear, I love it. And I'm just gonna give it a good wash. And before I move it, because I want it to be kind of light in the background, so I'm not going to go super heavy, I think I went a little heavier on my other card, and it's unusual for me to do a light stencil too, because again, I have a very heavy hand. But then I'm going to come in and just add a little bit of depth, I hope, we'll see, with this Summer Sunshine. And I'm just going to kind of try to, I'm using a smaller brush, and I'm just trying to hit around the edges a little bit, but I'm not going to worry too much about how it goes. I just want a little bit of a variation in the color. And I am going to come out on the edge because I want the edge to be a little darker. So it's not drastic, just subtle changes in it is all. Okay, then I'm going to shift and I'm going to come down just so I can make sure I know where I'm at on the other side when I go over there. That looks pretty good. I think I can do that. That looks okay. So we're going to go with that. And I'm going to add a sticky note just to help me hold it in place a little bit. All right. Then I'm going to do, again, the wash with the Luscious Lemon. I probably should have stuck a... There we go. Sticky note to the rescue. I can't wait to see you either, Kim. I'm so excited. I'm having a double of a time with airline prices right now, but I keep watching them constantly. I'm going to figure it out one way or the other. Yes, I just can't wait. It's been way too long. I'm so excited to see some of our friends at the retreat. I'm excited to see some of my crafty girlfriends. I'm super excited about all of that. I just literally cannot wait. I was laying in bed the other night. I often don't sleep well, and I was counting on my fingers how many months it is to get to the crafty retreat. Okay, so that was the Luscious Lemon, and now I'm just, again, I'm pulling in with the Summer Sunshine. I'm just kind of trying to go around the edges a little bit. I'm not worrying about how smooth or whatever it is. I'm just kind of filling it in. Give it a little bit of depth. And at the top, like I said, I do want it to be a little bit darker. All right, so we'll move it down and see how we're doing here. I don't know that you can see that on screen, but there is a little bit of a variation in the color, which is kind of cool. All right, then we're just moving it down again. So this part's taking actually longer than the coloring. Huh, that's funny. All right, and I'm just gonna shift it over a little bit to kind of fit in. Okay, there we go. Sticky note again. And back to my Luscious Lemon. It looks amazing. Thank you. I bet you have so much to prepare. Oh, it's crazy what the retreat takes for sure. But I will be there a couple of days early to help you as much as I can. So, and just going back and forth in random circles to try to get an even color on there. And then coming in with the Summer Sunshine and just around the edges again. Oh, whoops, grabbed the wrong color. There we go. Oops. I'm just using kind of the very tip of this tiny little brush and just kind of focusing the bristles on the insides of the panels a little bit. And it's definitely not an exact science, but that's okay. I'm getting a little bit of splotchies, but I'm not going to worry about it because that's all right. All right, and then moving down again, moving over and down again. Let's see here. I can't see where I'm at with the sticky note, so I got to move it. There we go. It's very subtle, but it's awesome. I love how it adds just a little hint. Another color combo, if you wanted it to be like a, I don't know, more of a vintage feel, I guess, was, what was I messing around with? Oh, the Summer Sunshine and the Morning Marigold is really cool, too. That was a pretty combo. Or the Yummy Yellow has always been one of my favorites for like a true yellow, but I love this almost like pastel-y luscious lemon. I absolutely love the softness of this. All right. So again, just kind of sticking to the corners, letting my bristles kind of lead the way. You can see my taps. I should probably tap off before I do it, but again, I'm fine with it because it's just adding a little bit of dimension. Hey, Patty, yours is one of the names for the life of me, I kept trying to think of you when I was tagging people today, and your face or your profile picture was popping into my brain, but I could not get your name to come into my head to save my life. Okay, there we go. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. So some more luscious lemon. I love stenciling and brushing. I find it so therapeutic. I absolutely love the crafty process of stenciling. It's like my favorite thing. I even think I love it more than coloring, which is hard to believe. All right, so we're going around the inside. Thank you, Patty. These little bees are so stinking cute. Alrighty, one more to go, and then we're ready to do another step. Oh, see, somehow I still ended up with an odd spot, but that's okay. I'll show you a trick. And actually one of my bees will probably cover it, so I'm not probably gonna worry about it too much. Let's see here. Okay, last one. Okay, let's see how we did. Well, that's pretty cute. Okay, so I don't like that I have this. I think my bee would probably cover that, but in case it doesn't, I'm going to lay, look how sweet that works out. I'm gonna lay this right over the top of my other pieces. It's slightly off. I'm not concerned about the fact that it's a little bit off. I'm just gonna lay it in there, and I'm gonna put, I'm gonna use actually my smaller brush because I don't want to get it completely in the other panels that I've already done. And I'm just going to fill it in a little bit. Oh, I like that way better. Okay. And then if I wanted to, and what I did on my other card is I took like on the edge where there were just little pieces of white that I wasn't wanting, you know, I can fill it in that way with just the edge of the stencil, which is pretty cool, like that. Oops, I got that one a little bit off, but that's all right. Nobody's gonna notice it. Or I can just leave it. It's kind of a fun random pattern too. So that one's kind of a boo-boo since I did it, but I'll turn it around, I think. Yep, we're gonna go that way with it. There we go. And then nobody will notice it on the bottom edge. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is find my lid for my ink pad. Okay, thinking. Okay, so I added, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I cut out, so I made one of these and an extra, and I then cut out the pieces and popped them on top of some of the other pieces just to give it a little extra dimension. So I'm gonna do that really quick. If I can find my scissors. And I probably should have pre-prepped this, but I wanted to show you guys just quickly the idea of how it comes together and how fast it is. And if you don't worry about being super precise on the lines, in fact, if you're a tiny bit smaller, like if you cut on the inside of the color rather than the outside, it's okay, because then when you layer it over the top of one of the pieces, then you've got the color from the bottom piece coming through. So I'm just gonna lay a couple on there. So don't, like I said, don't try to leave white space, just cut it like right on the color or a little bit within it, and it will work just perfectly. Sorry, I'm cutting off screen because that's probably really boring to watch somebody cut little hexagons. Just gonna throw them on there. Oh, and then I was messing around on this. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show you in just a sec here. So I was messing around with this, and I thought, oh, well, if I wanted to add a little bit more definition, let's say I wanted it to be an end piece or something, I could take a Copic marker around the outside and fill it in, but I used, that's Y15, which is way too dark, but like a Y11 or 13 might have worked. And that would give it like extra definition for the ones that you pop in the middle or the edge. That's another idea as well, but I'm just gonna quickly whip these out. Mostly because I'm waiting for my gel pen to dry. Still, it's pretty quick. So I think I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. And the hexagon has 6, so you do have to have one little extra piece if you want an even number. If you want to do, you know, 7 or 8, you got to do another piece. All right, peeps, we're almost there. Hang with me. All right, and done. That part's done. Okay. All right, then what I'm gonna do is I'll wait to lay those out. Oh, no one's rushing me. Okay. I always feel funny, like I don't want to take too much of people's weekend time. But I know how much I love watching everybody's videos, so All right, so I think they're pretty close to dry. This little guy is still pretty wet, but so I'm just gonna lay the hexagon around the bee. I'm gonna fit him in there, her, sweet little self in there. And then using a pencil, just so I have a line, where did I put my pencil? There it is. I'm just gonna super lightly, just enough that I can see it, trace around the hexagon so I have a place to cut. And same for this little sweet pea. Yeah, thanks, Patty. I thought it was fun, you know, just to put a little extra pop on there. Even though it's the same color, it just does add a bit. Okay, there's that one. And then the last one. Okay, just like that. Ta-da! Oh, I'm so sorry about your cat. Oh, Patty, I'm so sorry. That's so hard. Pets are just our life, aren't they? Aside from kiddos. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut them out, and I'm just going to cut right on my pencil line. Trying to not put my thumb in my little eyes that are not quite dry. You know, I did this as an idea to instead of fussy cutting the whole image, because I thought it would be kind of, I wanted to get that dimension. And I was like, hey, let's try this. Okay, there's that. No, it's okay. We are all here together. So it's nice that you feel comfortable to share with us. But you're right. We sympathize and then we cheer each other on. That's the wonderfulness of this group. I love this group for that. And if, like if you don't cut on your pencil line correctly, which I just did, you can erase it super easy, but I'm gonna probably edge it anyway with some of the Summer Sunshine ink. So I'm just cutting along. All right, one more to go. It is super hard to fussy cut an antenna. That was sort of my motivating factor, Kim. I was like, oh my gosh, if I fussy cut this, how am I going to do this? And then I thought, you know, I'm not. I'm going to try this. And it worked to my surprise. It worked beautifully. In the past, when I've fussy cut around an antenna, when I've accidentally cut it off, I've just used like a enamel dot or something, you know, to put it back on there. Okay, there we are. We got those little darlings done. You're welcome, Patty. Yeah, you and me both. Although I'm getting more comfortable with it by far, for sure. Okay, so then we're just going to kind of think about how we want to put our card together. So working our way into it, let's see, before I even do anything else. And so you guys tell me what you think. So on this card, I used the ink and I brought the yellow into it. And I really think that looks really cute. I was thinking that if I didn't do it on this one, I could just edge it and leave it white. So it brings that in as well. We can try that just for a little bit of a different look. And if we don't like it, then we can sponge in, I guess. But thinking about where we want our little bees to be, just kind of getting an idea for them. And again, hoping I'm being careful and not plunking my finger in their eye. So it looks like kind of like that maybe would be cute. And then just edging it. Yeah, let's give it a go, Kim. This is where I want them to be, I think. So what I'm gonna do is, knowing where that is, I'm gonna stamp the little trails that come out behind them that are so super cute. And so let's see here. I have the heart one and I have the sweet little squiggly one. I'm gonna start with this one. Make sure I'm inked up okay. Yep. Okay, so I know that this is where I want it to be, and I know that's about where the little bum is, so I'm just gonna go there and see how I did. I did good, I did all right. And then I think I will do the heart. Let's see, we'll do this one down here as well. But I don't want all of the, I don't want the whole trail on this one, so I'm gonna try to clean it off. I forgot to bring my cleaner. Just trying to clean it off with my finger, which might be dangerous. I hope I don't get black on my card. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you know what we could do is we could turn it around. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so knowing that I want this one down here and my little bees right about there, I'm just gonna pull it up and put it in there. And let's see how we did. We did good. We did so good. And then we're gonna do the heart one over here. And somehow I got a black blob over there. We'll cover it up with a dot. Okay, now the little heart trail. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. All right, and so we want it right about there. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Then the sentiment. Is going to go right there. Oh, good. I'm glad, Jill. I love when we inspire you guys. I think that's because it can be nerve-wracking to do these live videos, but I always keep in mind that my hope and goal, and I'm doing this without a stamp positioner, so wish me luck, you guys, is that we inspire you. I mean, that's the whole thing. And when we do, and somebody shares what they made or takes an idea from us, it just makes my heart happy. I'm trying not to press too hard. Aha! It worked. Yay! Success. Okay. Success, success, success. Thank you, Carla. Okay, so let's try edging just the edge and see what that looks like. So I'm going to do it in Summer Sunshine, and I'm just going to drag my little piece across my ink pad. Just enough to give it, and I'm kind of leaning it in a little bit. Ooh, gotta make sure I don't stick my hand in the eyeball. I'm kind of dragging it in a little bit, kind of at an angle, so that I get a little bit of a thicker line. Oh, that's cute. I like that. We're gonna try that. Okay. I did it. I know. Thank you, Patty. I know, you gotta celebrate those moments. That's for sure. It's funny because I get really reliant on my Misty my little mini Misty for stamping sentiments and stuff, because I hate when I mess them up. But I guess, you know, the thing you can always do is stamp it on a piece of white paper or whatever and cover it up, you know, get a perfect one and then cover it up. There's a million fixes for everything, of course. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's our hope, you guys. That's what we really want to do, is inspire, share. We want you to use the stuff you get and to enjoy it and to make things and to share that with others. That's really the whole thing. That's what we love. And Kim is always so sweet because, like I said, you know, I see a video like this, and if I don't have the stamp set, the first thing I want to do is I want to go buy it because I'm super inspired. And if I can go buy it on sale, what a bonus. Like, yes. So sorry, this is probably like watching paint dry for you guys. I apologize. Ah, funny, Kim, I just said that. I just saw your note and I just said that. And like I said earlier, for those of you who may have popped in a little later, there are some really super cute ideas in the gallery. You know how when you click on a stamp set on the website, and then before you make a purchase, there's the little thumbnail pictures below it. So there are some absolutely adorable samples to see too. It's all good, she says. Awesome. Okay, so, oh, I love that. I like that. That worked really cute. And the bees still kind of stand out, so that's even better. All right, now let's think about where we want to put the pop-ups, the hexagons that we cut that will pop up. And I'm shooting for doing, you know, like a pattern again, but we could do less. It just kind of depends on how everything is going to lay out now that we've got it on our board here. Okay. There we go. All right, so looking at this, I think I could probably put one here. And I'm going to put one here. Whoops. I'm going to cover my little brown blob. See, I knew I'd have a way to do that. So I'm going to do those two. And then I'm probably going to put one over here. That should work well. Then I'm going to put one up here. Just kind of laying them out to see where I want them before I cut them up, and I think here would be good. So let's see. Oh, and down here would be fun. And probably, let's see, can we get one in right here? Here? No, I don't like that. Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should get another one in there somewhere. How about down here? And we'll do one up here. How's that sound? There, that should work. Okay, so I am going to just put just one little square on here, one little pop foam square thingamajig. Oh dear, don't stick to, there we go. Okay. Just filling it in. Now we're getting our plan in place. I forgot where it was. This right here, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, there's that one. Whoops. It's actually almost easier to put it on the square that I wanted on when they hang over the edge so that I get them in the right place. Okay, and this guy. So this one needs a partial one, it looks like. So I'm just going to cut that really quick. I know. I know, Patty, isn't that funny? Yep. Yes, indeed. Let's see, that's still a little too big. Let's try... I thought about that too when I was making this card. I thought it was kind of funny that that was the case. These are, these pop dots are Stampin' Up. I've had them for ages. I love them. And they have mini ones as well. And that's going to get cut off. Let's see here. All right, I think, oh, just one more. I thought I had them all, but still got one more to go. Okay, and I think there, okay. And then what I did is I only popped up this little bee on my other card, so I didn't have too much dimension, but it would be cute to have them all popped up, really. They could all be popped up and it would be really cute. So we're gonna try that this time. Why not? We're doing stuff a little differently. So we're just gonna give it a go. That's how I roll. I'm gonna give it a go. Okay, so we'll do this bee first. Okay, and then we'll do this bee. Oh yeah, that's cute. And then we'll do this little fella. Okay, and here we go. So we are, oh, that's so sweet. I love it. Okay, then we're gonna flip this over. See the dimension on there? It actually is absolutely adorable like that. So we're gonna flip this over and I'm just gonna cut off the excess where the hexagons are hanging over. Oops, got a little bit of the card there, but that's okay. Okay. And then what I did to finish it was I just simply matted it with a black piece of cardstock, just a tiny bit bigger than the white panel. And I think my white panel is 4 by 5 1/4 is what I used. I mean E, I mean B. Kim, you're so funny. All right, so, oopsie daisy, I don't need that much glue. I'm not used to this. I love this art glitter glue, but I forget how fast it comes out. I'm used to having to squeeze the daylights out of my other one. And it, you know, it can be, if you use too much, it can wrinkle a little bit. So I'm just gonna smooth out what I did a little bit here because I kind of got crazy with the glue. I mean, I really got crazy with the glue. There we go. Okay, that's better. Oh, you have 20 coming? It's awesome glue. I really do love it. I finally just started using it. I think I actually got it from you in the Shop the Box. I just started using it because I ran out of my other one finally, and I do love it. It's awesome, but I forget that I don't need to squeeze it that hard. And sometimes I get like a little too much underneath. There we go, because it's a little wetter. All right, and then we're just gonna pop it on the panel, and we will actually, I think this is kind of a record for me. I don't think we usually completely finish a card when I'm doing a color along, so I'm excited that we got it. Oh, you know what I did though, you guys, that I haven't walked you guys through this step, but another thing I did on my card though was I added glitter using a glitter pen, the Sakura glitter gel pen or whatever, to the little wings, and you can't see it, but it's adorable in real life. So I just put some glitter on the wings just to add a little bit of extra, again, dimension and sparkle. Yep, that's right, I forgot about that. Oh, I need a metal tip. Well, I didn't know that. Well, what do you know? Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Kim. So Kim, can you get me one of those metal tips? Because that would be fantastic to have. Then I won't be squishing so much glue everywhere. That would be great. Okay, you guys. So aside from the glitter on the wings, which I didn't bring my little glitter pen out here with me, but this card is done. Here's my original. And here is my card that we did today. And I am so thankful that you joined me today. It was really fun. Thank you, Kim. It was really fun to have you with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you don't have this little set, I'll tell you one more time, Kim put it on sale. Thank you, Kimmie. Grab it and go make something precious with it. Oops, move it down here. Thanks, everybody. Big crafty hugs. Bzz. Bye, everybody.